perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate. I love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. McCaw is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Lowry. And it's Van Vliet in at the 2 spot. And for Brooklyn, on the perimeter, Harris and Prince. Caruch is out there with Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. Now Harris following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. From deep, Prince, first shot, first pass. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Van Vliet. With the teardrop, lets the 3 fly, cans it from downtown.
Well, you think about the work Serge Ibaka has put in to enhance his three-point shooting. He has now become a modern NBA stretch 4.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Left side, Harris. Back to Dinwiddie. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie relishes the response. What an answer to that 3 with one of his own.
Lowry feeling it out a bit. Doesn't go that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
3-pointer. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Kyle Lowry is second.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Dinwiddie outside. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Dinwiddie. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, just tremendous body control by Spencer Dinwiddie, able to adjust to the defender's contact.
Ibaka outside. Back to Lowry. Five to shoot. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, that's just mastery of the lead guard position. Kyle Lowry running the pick and roll to perfection.
It's Jordan on the wing. Here's Caruch. His last outing, he had 8 points. And the pass to Prince. Knocked away. Leaps for it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here's Jordan, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Raptors trail by 3. Now Van Vliet. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. And at 6'6", Joe Harris has been asked to play a lot of minutes at that small forward position. Doris? Do you think that's his natural spot?
Well, I think he's gotten pretty good in terms of his strength, if not the length for the 3 spot. He's worked really hard defensively to get better and better. And offense, though, that's where he's going to make his money. He can make shots consistently.
Lowry can't get it to go.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And it's blocked.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. It's tipped. Prince against Lowry. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Van Vliet kicks to Ibaka. And the Raptors miss again. Nets leading by 7. To the paint, here's Jordan, and he banks in the layup. Jordan's got 6.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
A chance to see some stats for Lowry. He had a strong showing last season. Last season, put up about 14 points a game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Now here's Jordan. He has 6. Prince misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
McCaw kicks to Lowry. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, he may not have the physical tools that some other players have, but Kyle Lowry is physical, he's imposing his will, and he will take some contact.
The Raptors shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
He misses the free throw.
You know, you think about the most important players in Toronto Raptors history. Vince Carter probably #1. DeMar DeRozan would be on that list. But boy, Kyle Lowry has got to be there as well. Remarkable how far they've come since he joined the team back in 2012.
Good on the second free throw. And the Raptors and Lowry both grew together, Doris, wouldn't you say?
A marriage made in heaven. Kyle Lowry has always played with a huge chip on his shoulder. He still carries that edge, but that maturity and leadership turned into a championship in Toronto. Doesn't get better than that.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, we've seen seen this one or two times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Lowry passes to Van Vliet. Dinwiddie with the steal. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
What we know unequivocally is Spencer Dinwiddie is far more than a terrific basketball player. Let's remember, he scored 1,400 on his SATs. His mom was a professor at USC, and there's something very special about being raised in an academic environment.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Doris, you talk about Dinwiddie's book smarts. His parents wanted him to attend Harvard.
Yeah, he chose instead, Kevin, to attend the University of Colorado, believing the Pac-12 would be a better stepping stone to the NBA. And think about it, even now, this guy not shy about challenging authority. He will keep his coaches on their toes.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Lowry against Dinwiddie. The shot by Lowry, no good.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. It's a 10-point game. Lets it go from deep. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Passes it to Chandler. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Nets lead by 12.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Van Vliet looking around. Pass to Lowry. 3-pointer. The rebound by the Nets.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Anunoby. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. 2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby, and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Great talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. You know, still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player.
No good on the free throw. Doris, this game always evolving. Fascinating to see the players who drive that change with their unique talents find a way to do things differently.
Well, probably 2 guys currently that have revolutionized the way the game is played. Stephen Curry, with the incredible range he has on his three-point shooting. You've got to guard him as soon as he crosses the half-court line. And honestly, if the goal would be good from the other side of the half-court, he'd probably push it to out there. And James Harden, so prolific at drawing fouls. It might be maddening to the fans of opposing teams, but James Harden has led the NBA or been at the top of the free throw attempts list for years now.
Great examples. Johnson, he's checked in for Anunoby. Johnson against Chandler. Here's Pinson. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas. Shot clock at 5. Puts one up from 19. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Nets lead by 16.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Toronto calls timeout. The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer, he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Jared Allen.
Last year, getting it done. 8th in field goal percentage and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Heat in Miami.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now, here is Lowry. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide-open shots.
Drills the three-pointer. Lowry's got 6.
But Kyle Lowry can do it all. He is an outstanding passer, but when necessary, as it was right here, knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper.
Here's Pinson to the inside. Allen, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, picking Jared Allen, number 22, back in 2017 has paid off for the Nets. This guy is proven already in his early 20s to be an NBA caliber starting center.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Allen. And Jared Allen grew up in the Austin area and played near his home at the University of Texas.
Yeah, Kev, just one season with the Longhorns. He really came into the league considered a project, but boy, his development is truly ahead of schedule.
He's off on the second.
And guys, I think the future is so bright for Jared Allen. We're talking about an athletic, mobile big man who has already proven to be an accomplished two-way player.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
So it's Brooklyn now. The Raptors getting the bucket. Here's Musa. Last game we saw him score 14. Pinson passes to Allen, takes a 3, and Davis pulls it down.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And the basket by Lowry.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Pass to Chandler. And that one is off. And Toronto will come the other way. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers? These are two of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
That one is off. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
Thanks, Kev.
The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And the Toronto Raptors knew in trading for Kawhi Leonard that he might not stick around. Even after his decision to return to his hometown of Los Angeles, Greg, the Raptors have to feel good about the way it all worked out for him.
Kevin, the first championship in franchise history, and now they set about working their way back to the mountaintop. Some talented young players and quality vets, not to mention an outstanding front office. I think it'd be a mistake to count them out.
Now, here's Lowry. 9 points in the game so far. Kicks it to Johnson. Outside, Davis. Lowry for 3. Good on the triple. Lowry's got 12 points in the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Musa. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Pinson. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Pinson. He's guarded by Davis. Pinson passes to Musa. Feeds to Allen. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Pinson. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And the Nets lead by 9. 2 on the clock. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Spencer Dinwiddie firing on all cylinders for the Brooklyn Nets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he brings to the team.
Bringing my defense toughness, my experience playing with those two guys, one of the best in the game right now, and then helping those two here, and with my experience, what I learned, I think I can help the team a lot. Energy and both hands on the floor.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. We've got Hollis Jefferson. Lowry out there with Davis. Then it's Johnson, and it's Boucher in at the 5 spot. Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Allen. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Allen's got 6.
Okay, Mr. Allen, I did not know the three-point shot was in your bag. Nicely done.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Got a piece of it. The pass to Chandler. Plenty of space. Count it. Good. Raptors trail by 14. Davis, the pass to Johnson. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And it's Davis missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Passes to Lowry for three. And again, Toronto no up. Brooklyn leading by 14. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. Clock at 6. Here's Musa, and it's blocked. Pass to Lowry. Takes the three. Allen with the rebound.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And so Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. Down by 12. And it's sent back by Allen. On the wing, Chandler. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Nets leading by 12.
Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
Now here's Davis to the middle. That's good from Lowry on the assist by Davis. Lowry's got 14 points for the game.
Well, nice finish from that point. Kyle Lowry's got a ton of ways to score once he gets into that painted area.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. DeAndre Jordan third.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Dinwiddie passes to Caruch. It's Prince on the wing. From outside the arc, Toronto grabs the miss. Here's Anunoby. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Here's Caruch. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Dinwiddie outside. Back to Caruch. 6 to shoot. And the three ball is good. 6 points for Prince.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely, and there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Teardrop shot.
I love to see Serge Ibaka when he's locked in on the defensive end. Boy, he'll make you think twice as an offensive player.
And the shot will not go from Anunoby.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's McCall. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Anunoby. Now the pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Shot clock at 3. Here's McCall. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Down low. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And second-round pick Kurucs ended up starting most of last season for the Nets as a rookie.
Well, think about it. Back in Europe, this guy was playing limited minutes for Barcelona. Some said they were trying to hide him from NBA scouts. But there is no question he is on everyone's radar now, Kev.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
He hits the second from the line. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
Now here's Jordan after the miss from Serge Ibaka. Now here's Dinwiddie.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. Low block shot on the way. Connects. The jumper drops. Ibaka's got 4 points this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Passes it to Harris. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That'll be his second foul of the game.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
Harris outside. He kicks it to Dinwiddie.
And after nailing a 3-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
Here's Van Vliet. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Inside. Here's Hollis-Jefferson. Guarded by Harris. It's blocked. Lobs it up for Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
We We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. Toronto working the ball around now. Anunoby kicks to McCaw. And again, no good by Toronto. Nets leading by 12. Pass to Harris. Dinwiddie outside. Stolen by Van Vliet. Fast break Toronto. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Dinwiddie passes to Prince. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, he doesn't hit that one. Now Toronto takes it the other way. There's Hollis Jefferson. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Hollis Jefferson's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here now is Dinwiddie. He's got 9. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Dinwiddie. How he did last season. Averaged 17 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants. This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Prince. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, this is a point guard who can flat get off the floor. Dinwiddie using his vertical to his advantage.
1:49 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Anunoby. There's the pass to Ibaka. With the fadeaway. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And for the Nets, team dinners, you go to their practice facility, a beautiful rooftop space for team gatherings. Building chemistry is a focus for this franchise.
And that's not surprising, Greg, given that their front office is part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, so to speak. So staying connected as teammates, especially valuable in today's NBA. Love the culture here.
Anunoby passes to Hollis Jefferson. Here's McCaw. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's Dinwiddie. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
36 seconds left in the second quarter. Beyond the arc. A rebound by the Nets. Baruch has got 6 rebounds in the game. The dish to Harris. 16 seconds left now here in the second. Kicks to Prince. Misses the 3.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Nets lead by 15. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 15. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You have to like what we're seeing from Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. On the perimeter, Harris and Prince. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Caruch, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. Passes it to McCaw. Pass to Van Vliet. And it's good, 2 points. Van Vliet's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Raptors. Pass to Dinwiddie. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
You know, Doris, at times, he's been the Nets' best player. Spencer Dinwiddie rewarded last season with a 3-year, $34 million extension.
Well, I think he's earned it, Kevin, right? Because he has started for them. He has come off the bench. And to this young man's great credit, he has accepted and excelled in either role. And I'll tell you, it's unusual for a point guard at 6'6". He has done nothing but enhance his versatility.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
Great insight. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince. Ibaka with the ball. 10 points for him. Here's McCaw.
Wow, what a credit to DeAndre Jordan. Just tremendous defense. Uses his length to alter that shot.
Prince, the pass to Harris. Prince misses. Raptors trail by 13 to the inside. Here's Lowry, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lowry's got 16 points.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Dinwiddie dishes to Jordan. A 3-ball. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And that's 13 points for DeAndre Jordan.
When DJ's working the catch and shoot aspect of his game, boy, you know he feels good.
Van Vliet passes to Lowry. And here is Ibaka. Clock at 6. Van Vliet with the bucket. Van Vliet's got 4 this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Dinwiddie. 17 points in the game. Here's Anunoby. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. And that'll be his third foul so far. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Lowry against Dinwiddie. With some arc. The rebound by Wilson Chandler. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for Brooklyn. Here's Pinson. The pass to Dinwiddie. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Dinwiddie's got 19 points. Raptors trail by 14. To the middle. Here's Van Vliet. No good on the shot. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Jordan. He's got 13.
Kev, we're talking about a guy with great size and length and athleticism. DeAndre Jordan just keeps pressure on the defense.
Here's Van Vliet down low on Anunoby. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists now in this one. Brooklyn leading by 14. Outside Jordan. Back to Dinwiddie. Outside Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Luwawu. Sweet little floater. Luwawu's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded closely. Lowry for 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Well, a trifecta from Kyle Lowry. This guy gets great lift on his jump shot.
Here's Pinson. He kicks it to Chandler. To the paint. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
The Nets have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. The Nets making a switch here. Musa's checked in. Then for the Raptors, Boucher is checked in. Davis is subbed in for Patrick McCall.
And Toronto choosing their team name back in '94. The fans helped them narrow it down, and with dinosaurs all over the silver screen, it helped tilt things towards the Raptors.
And we all remember those early uniforms, those giant velociraptors across the front. Fortunately, they've toned it down a bit since then.
Clock at 4. Now here's Lowry, guarded closely. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. Here's Pinson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line, no matter the situation.
Allen's checked in for Jordan.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves, a part of what makes their culture special.
Sinks the triple. Van Vliet's got 11.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Here's Pinson. 7 points in the game. Stolen by Van Vliet. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Musa. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Pinson. Another shot, and the rejection by Ibaka. Here's Van Vliet. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Van Vliet's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Raptors. Nets leading by 11. Pass to Musa. Here's Luwawu. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Luwawu's got his third basket of the night right there. Outside Lowry. Pass to Van Vliet. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Pass to Pinson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Brooklyn, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And he makes the first.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. Good on both.
The Nets had to be so judicious and so smart with every move they made because they did not have top draft selections. So you have to use cap space to acquire picks. They had to find sleepers in the draft. They had to find players who were probably undervalued and then develop those players. This is an organization that used every tool at their disposal.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. 5 points in the game. Outside Lowry. 4 on the clock. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Lowry's got 8 points here in this quarter. And Doris, the Nets showed they could manufacture a rebuild.
Kevin, what the Nets did was not easy. But to me, it shows you exactly how critical quality front office personnel is to the success of an organization. And the Nets were on point throughout the process.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Raptors trail by 13. Davis looking for an opening. Outside Lowry. Picked his pocket. Here's Pinson. He's got 11. And there's the pass to Musa. Allen right side. 5 on the clock. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson.
Come get it, come get
Shot clock at 6. Lowry for 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Here's Luwawu. Drills it from outside. Luwawu's got 8 points here in this quarter.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now, here's Lowry. That one misses. Excellent D there from Allen. Here's Musa. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Musa's got his second basket of the night.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
It's Davis with the drive. Pass to Boucher. And Lowry has it in the corner. Out to the right wing. Ibaka, no luck. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for Brooklyn. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Luwawu, the pass to Musa. Off target from outside. Raptors trail by 15. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. 1:22 left in the third. Jacks up a 3. That's good from Lowry on the assist by Davis. Davis has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Nets leading by 12. The pass to Luwawu. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Musa. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Passes to Lowry. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I think quickness has probably never been more important in the NBA, but you cannot overlook the value of strength. Think about a guy like Kyle Lowry. He's not the biggest, he's not the most explosive, but he's got strength and he's got that bulldog mentality.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry.
Boy, Kyle Lowry has carved out for himself quite the career. This guy came in as a dogged defender, and on the offensive end, he's able to create for both himself and his teammates.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Prince is checked in for Chandler. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Musa. Nets leading by 10. On the wing, Harris. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Pinson. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He has 5. 3-pointer, Lowry, and he's good on the 3 ball. Lowry's got 33.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
Now Prince from deep, and that one released in time, but no good.
I'll tell you, the skilled defensive effort right there. OG Anunoby contesting shots, exactly what you would hope for.
And we've reached the end of the third. Nets out in front, up 7. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Raptors trail by 7 on the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Lowry out there with McCaw. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Anunoby in at the power forward position. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Outside for Lowry. For the three. Some solid defense from Harris. Brooklyn leading by 7. Now here's Dinwiddie. Dishes it to Harris. A steal. Fast break Toronto. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And Brooklyn making a change here. Jordan's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Dinwiddie dishes to Prince. On the wing, Harris. Pass to Karuch. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots it. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Raptors trail by 5. Lowry's shot is good. Lowry's got 35.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Dinwiddie passes to Karuch. Harris against Lowry. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. The Raptors making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. On the clock from 11 feet away, and the shot goes in. 21 points in the game.
Boy, Spencer Dinwiddie, it's a rare opportunity in the mid-range, but he's got the kind of touch necessary to make it.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Harris. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Brooklyn leading by 5. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Karuch. Nets passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Dinwiddie. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Raptors trail by 5. Lowry kicks to McCaw. Back to Lowry. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lowry's got 37.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Dinwiddie dishes to Harris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The 33rd pick in 2014 out of the University of Virginia. Boy, has Joe Harris found his niche the last couple of seasons as a dead-eye shooter.
That's good from Harris. And Doris, more recent. We've seen Harris's offensive efficiency go through the roof.
It really has, Kevin, and it's not just his long-range shooting. He understands that he had to be adept at attacking off the closeout because they're going to take away that three-point shooting. He's got to be able to do both, and he's proven he's willing to.
Both good from the line that time.
Now you think about it, over time, Joe Harris has made himself a viable option as an NBA player. He's got such offensive versatility.
And the basket is good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for Brooklyn. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Fast break, Toronto. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
OG Anunoby is tremendously athletic, and when he plays with this level of aggression, it's hard not to foul him. And it seems like every team is in search of the, quote, power wing. The guys that have the quickness to defend on the perimeter and the strength to battle inside. OG Anunoby certainly fits the bill.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And a 7'2" wingspan for Anunoby. He's got the reach, Doris, of a big man.
He does, Kevin. He also has the strength of a big man, but he's got the versatility defensively to guard across 4 positions. It's about finding consistent minutes for OG because the potential is there, Kevin.
And he's good on the second.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Here's Dinwiddie. McCaw grabs the miss. McCaw has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Anunoby. The pass to Van Vliet. Back to Anunoby. Just 4 to shoot. And Lowry puts up a deep 3. And again, Toronto no up. The Nets with the lead. Here's Dinwiddie. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Well, when Spencer Dinwiddie puts his head down and goes to the contact, he is unafraid and fearless.
Back to Lowry. Launches it. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hands.
And here is Harris. Knocks it loose. Passes it to Karuch. The Nets need to get a shot off here. From deep 3-point range, Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Here's Anunoby. Right through the D for the layup. Anunoby's got the lead up to 1 now for the Raptors.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build. Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Back to Van Vliet. Shoots it up. Rebound, Brooklyn. Karuch has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And here's Prince outside. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
And the move back to his more natural 5 position has rejuvenated Serge Ibaka. More room to operate offensively, and defensively he can stay in the paint where he's effective.
One shot.
Ibaka's shooting ability, Doris, had enabled him to play some power forward, but his mobility was being tested.
Correct, because at Ibaka's size, it's tough to ask him to chase smaller guys around the perimeter. He is much better suited playing inside and protecting the rim. I think you saw that last season.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Prince. It's the Nets now. 4-point game. Clock is at 3. Here's Karuch. And the Nets miss again. Raptors have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. Nets trail by 6. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to cool this guy off.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Here's Karuch. Back to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Raptors. The first free throw is good.
Spencer Dinwiddie, one of those players that seems to have improved with every passing season, and his numbers back that up. This guy just keeps getting better.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. Here's Lowry. High arcing shot, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Dinwiddie finds Harris. Lobs it up for Jordan. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. From past the arc, that's down the hatch. Notch one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Dinwiddie passes to Harris. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Anunoby. He dishes it to Lowry. Over to the wing. Now here's Van Vliet. Not a lot of room. 5 to shoot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Nets trail by 5. Pass to Llewellyn. Harris outside. Back to Jordan. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 5 assists tonight.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
A shot by Lowry, no good. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Nets. Baseline jumper, and the shot is long. Raptors leading by 3. Here's Van Vliet. It's good from about 19 feet. Van Vliet's got 23 points.
And Kevin, after being unable to find the net in the first half, they sure seem to be a different team here in the second.
And there's the pass to Harris. Lays it up off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lowry against Dinwiddie. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Here's Llewellyn. Lowry covering. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
DJ with the fearless opportunity. Boy, what a shot.
Lowry against Dinwiddie. Now here is Lowry. Defense is right there to take the lead. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Anunoby. The shot from the low post is good. Anunoby's got 12 points in just the second half.
And the native of England, Anunoby, doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
He is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Here's Harris. Passes it to Karuch. There's the dish to Dinwiddie. Here's the teardrop. That one goes in. Dinwiddie's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, Dinwiddie loves huge opportunities, and he delivers there.
Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Harris. Van Vliet kicks to McCaw. Those three-pointers off the mark. Nets have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Lowry against Dinwiddie. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
You know, the size that Spencer Dinwiddie brings to the point guard position is a problem for defenders. So good at drawing contact.
It's the first, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Dinwiddie with the steal. Good work defensively by Lowry. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. McCaw with the bucket. McCaw has got 4 points this quarter.
What a boost to have Kyle Lowry running the show. Selfless, smart, and always looking to create.
Here's Dinwiddie. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that ties the game up.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Lowry with the ball, defended by Dinwiddie. Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded closely, and Jordan sends it back.
DJ twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
It's good.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Toronto calls timeout. They're down by 2. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 27 seconds left in the fourth. Seven seconds left to play in the final quarter. Lowry against Dinwiddie. Lowry passes to Hollis Jefferson. It falls! A huge shot to tie it up.
I tell you, this guy might not be the first option, but give Hollis Jefferson credit. He stays prepared for the big-time moments.
The clutch free throw.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 1. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
What you want is to create a clean, high percentage look, if that's at all possible.
Dinwiddie against Lowry. Dinwiddie with it. On the wing, Harris. He's off from 3. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyle, congrats on the win. What did you guys want to accomplish and get this win?
Everybody played. We all played together. We stayed, aggressive and stayed the course of the game.
Thanks again, Kyle. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.